Alright, let's check out what's going on with Ape. So, since the last video, we've pretty much deleted every single fib that we had on this chart because we've invalidated everything. As we pretty much broke down to the mint price, or should I say the release price, of ApeCoin. You know, we've taken out every single trend line we had. We had logarithmic growth curve trend lines. We had 200-day moving averages, EMA ribbons. We had trend lines, horizontal resistances, horizontal supports. It's all gone. Everything's gone. So starting from scratch, let's talk about what's going on. Now, since yesterday's video, we broke down below $9.33, and I said in my opinion that we would be breaking down a further 20% and potentially coming down to the lows where, you know, I'm trying to find a different word other than minted, where this released on Coinbase, let's just say down here at $7.34. Now, let's see how that did, because we didn't quite move down to my price target. We were talking about a 21% drop really, and it seems that we moved down 15.5%, so not too bad. We did pretty much break down to the target, but now we're right back up to the previous place that we were. So what do I see going on for ApeCoin today? Let's jump right into the analysis. On the daily, we've got a bunch of buying volume coming in, which is good in itself, but it's not enough until we are back above this low. And you can see this low is coming in at 934. While we're stuck below this, it's going to be very detrimental to Ape's health, and it's not going to look good if we get a rejection from this and roll back down. You can see as a majority, we really mainly have selling volume going on in the past couple of days. The bears have been in control of this trend for a very long period of time, so I would not be trying to fight this at this moment in time. I really wouldn't be looking to catch a falling knife on Ape. Bear in mind, I do have some Ape myself. I even did sell some Ape around the 23 region, and I DCA'd back in around the 13 region. But I'm still in profit from when we got in at $7 after all of these swing trades. Ape is more of a long-term. I don't want to say long-term as in I'm going to be holding Ape for years, because that would be a lie. I'm probably going to hold Ape till maybe the end of the year, depending on how the market turns out. If it is bullish, if we get really euphoric in the next couple of months, maybe I'll take profits in the next couple of months. But at this moment in time, everything is quite shaky, and ApeCoin is at the forefront of that. Let's talk about the 4-hourly EMAs and how we've perfectly been able to call basically every single reversal in the market. We looked at this on the 4-hourly time frame, and initially we were in a bull run or we were in a bullish trend because we were above these 4-hourly EMA ribbons. We knew to get out of the market here when it was at $13 because we broke down, and as you can see, 4-hourly EMAs were perfectly defining the downtrend, and then it flipped over bullish. We did not get back in here. We got back in somewhere around about here once we did finally flip back very or at least as macro as you can get in Ape's trading history, considering it's only been trading for, you know, coming on for 2 months now, almost 2 months. In a week's time from now it will be 2 months. So it's been a bit of a crazy 2 months. Honestly, crypto goes very fast. I feel like I've been looking at this chart for months and months and months now. I guess my YouTube journey has only been going on for like 3 months or so, so feels like a long time. But yeah, it's been a good time for Ape, especially. So let's jump back into it, because we knew that we were bullish here when the 4-hourly EMAs flipped back bullish, and very simply you can see the uptrend was perfectly defined by these EMA ribbons. How did we know that Ape was about to break bearish when it did? Well, I had this price target for a very long period of time. We were looking at, I think it was $23.70. Let me pull back up the fib, because have we held the lows? I mean, we haven't. No, we haven't held the lows. So as we've gone to the next fib target, when we do draw our next Fibonacci targets, it will seem like these targets are invalidated. So $32 is going to be invalidated, 41 is going to be invalidated, and 47 is going to be invalidated, because, well, I mean, it really depends how you like to draw Fibonacci's. I consider if you have your extension targets to the upside and you break through the floor, I would consider the extension targets back to the upside invalidated. So if you were looking for, which I really don't feel comfortable, I'm kind of just saying this because these would technically be our new targets if we broke bullish today. You've got the all-time high up here at $27.80, then you've got $40, then you've got $60, $80, and $92. So very, very nice. Am I saying we're coming to those in the next couple of months? Absolutely not. I think we should be very, very cautious about how we do trade in the markets right now while APE is breaking to the downside. If we look at this, you can see, I mean, 4-hourly EMAs perfectly define the downtrend. It was literally only 4 hours ago that we tried to come back up to this and got a rejection. We haven't moved down heavily coming into the 1 hour. It almost seems like we're finding a huge area of resistance on the 1 hour. Zooming out once again, you can see if I zoom out to the left, you've got the lows down here that we did hold all the way back here in March the 21st, and this is where we're finding resistance at right now. It almost looked like we tried to inverse head and shoulders out of this. Oh my gosh, we inverse head and shoulders out of it. I imagine we did not hit the price target, and we got temporarily we're getting rejected from your EMA ribbon. So if this is a failed move and we do start moving to the downside, I always say this, a failed move equals a fast move in the opposite direction. And because of this failed move, we've been setting up this bearish price target. Let me differentiate between the two so you can see the break up target and the break down target. Technically both of them are valid, and let me actually move this over to here because, you know, we would be breaking down from here, so technically the target to the downside would really be back testing the lows at 745, which it would not be the worst thing necessarily for APE to come back and double back test the lows. In fact, I'd almost feel like it would be more bullish for the longevity of APE if we did spend a little bit more time confirming this huge level down here as support. But, you know, really speaking, higher time frames, it would be good to get back above 932. I really would not like to hang around these regions for too long. If we break down one more time, I feel like we need to bounce out of here ASAP. And the only reason why I'm not buying the dip or trading ApeCoin right now is because we really don't know whether the markets are going to be breaking macro bullish or bearish. None of us have a crystal ball. Looking at this data on Bitcoin here, you can see we've got a huge gap of data traded between 34,000 and 29,000, and until we hop above 34,000, I really do assume that we're going to come down to 29,000. 29,000 for Bitcoin is my current price target. I've already DCA'd Bitcoin. I'm not waiting for 29,000 to buy. I've been saying this, my money is where my mouth is. In my altcoin videos, in my Bitcoin videos, I've been telling everyone I am picking up Bitcoin like there is no tomorrow. I'm not as interested in what is going on with these altcoins. Obviously, I love covering these videos for you. I love running through my technicals, my opinions on the market, and I do hope you find value in this, but nonetheless, I'm personally myself not trading ApeCoin, and I'm actually, this is a recurring theme, I'm saying the same thing in all of my altcoin videos. I said the same in Ape, GMT, GST, Move, FitFi. I've really been saying this, hammering this in, that I am not really looking to trade many altcoin positions while Bitcoin is making this very key decision at this moment in time. I'm really making this video to highlight that it could get more ugly for Ape if we do not break above $9.30. So at least we added a few more drawings onto this chart. I do hope that we can finally add the Fibonacci extension targets from drawing this high to low, but I'm not going to be including this Fibonacci until we do start breaking at least back above $9.34, $9.40. So keep your eyes on those levels. Let's see where the 786 is, or sorry, let's see where this low is, specifically $9.22 actually. So we're kind of fighting with this level now. I actually need to move this line down just a tiny bit so that encompasses it. You can really see we're sitting on it at this moment in time. I mean, I would not consider that we're above or below it. According to the chart, we're above it, but you know, like I said, while we're bouncing around in this inverse head and shoulders, we've got this head and shoulders to the downside as well. it could get very, very choppy. Be very cautious if you're trading altcoins right now. One more thing, which doesn't necessarily directly affect APE, but it indirectly affects APE, is the US dollar is looking exceptionally bullish right now. We are currently trying to break out above the previous all-time high. Oh, and I say all-time high, the all-time high for this was years and years and years and years ago. I'm just saying all-time high because at least in the last, I think 10 years or 5, 6, 7, 8 years, the dollar's not made new highs. So I'm just calling these local highs. So this all-time high that we've got for the USD, we're really trying to get back above. We're pushing above this accumulation range. It could get very, very choppy for the stock market if the dollar starts to break out. And if the dollar starts to break out, stock market goes down, Bitcoin goes down, altcoin market goes down, that means the ApeCoin will also go down. So be very, very cautious. Like I said, I've already got some APE, so you know, I might take that with a grain of salt because I haven't sold any, but I am really sticking on the sidelines. I'm not looking to buy any more, not looking to add to my position, not looking to short, not looking to long. I'm not even looking at a potential place where I would buy if we did break down to. I think we should be very, very cautious with what we've got going on down here. So if we do get a solid rejection from 922 and we start heading down, keep your eyes on the lows. 937 would be the next price target down. It gets a lot uglier if we break below there. We've got prices at $4.20, which, considering how much of a meme coin APE is, I would not be surprised if $4.20 would be the bottom, because $4.20. But you know, nonetheless, you know, this is really a meme coin, a community NFT coin. It doesn't necessarily have a plethora of utility. I think people should be very, very cautious if you do plan on holding these in the long term. Let's just acknowledge until we do hop above this trend line, we shouldn't be too euphoric for APE. That is all I've got. If you found value in this video, please like, comment, subscribe. All I've got for you today. Cowboy out, not financial advice, and most importantly, peace.